till it's exhausted. These Gucci shoes, watch how you walking.
I say, man, it's a jump around podcast. We jump from here to there to a little bit of everywhere. Hey, we back at it again with my boy Tommy in the building, man. What's going on with you, fam?
What's going on, man? You having going, man?
Yeah, same shit, different toilet.
I know that's right. I know that's right. So, same old thing, same old thing. So, I got a question for you, man.
What you got, man?
What recent news story or just a story in general that has changed or challenged your perspective or your mindset to become successful? You understand what I'm saying? Any story you heard about?
And you know what? Dig it. I'm glad you asked something like that. Because earlier today, you remember dude Boom Gang?
Yeah.
You remember him?
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
You know, he don't go by that no more. He go by John Gabbana.
Really?
However you pronounce it.
I ain't seen him in a minute.
You ain't seen him in a minute?
Mm-mm.
Man, go look at the video I posted on Facebook today. I shared it today, bro. The man, like, I been knew he did this, but, like, just seeing that video, it reminded me of how, bro, like, completely did a whole 360, you dig? Like, well, 180, you dig? Like, he went from being Boom Gang to that man to turn his life over to God and everything, bro. This man be telling everybody how they need to follow Jesus and all that, how Jesus saved his life, you know. And he do an interview talking about how all that stuff he was doing was skits, right? Like he had permission to do half of that shit he was doing. He did, like, it wasn't just wild shit he was doing, it was skits.
Yeah.
But he was like, he let all the likes and fucking all the fame and all that from the skits get to his head, he did, and he started thinking that the skits was his real life.
Yeah.
And started fucking his life up. Then he started, you seen how it started going. Man was going down bad, you know what I'm saying?
Bro was stealing donuts out of shops and shit.
Right, you did, drugged out,
really getting arrested for it,
got all them face tattoos and shit.
It was bad.
But man, you see that man now and hear him talk, bro, you be like, wow, bro.
I'm glad to hear it though, man.
Man, listen, if he can do it, bro, anybody can do it, you dig? Ain't no excuses out here, though.
Hell yeah, man. And that's the type of story we want to hear, man, you know? Well, speaking of that, then you got to have a moment where you had to kind of step outside of that comfort zone of being in the street life to fulfill your role of going and building growth and being successful. You know what I mean? Yeah. Is there a moment you can think of that you had to step outside that kind of comfort zone?
That's crazy, you dig? You reference getting out of the streets is getting out your comfort zone, you dig?
It is.
It's crazy reference like that, because I never thought of it like that, because a lot of guys don't leave the streets because that's all they know, you dig? Like, you uncomfortable going with what you don't know, you know what I'm saying? Going against what you know.
Right.
I ain't never thought of it like that. That's crazy shit like that. But for me, shit, joining the job I got now, for real. Like, traveling, being away from family, being away from home. I'm not used to that, you did. Like, it fucked with me at first, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm used to being able to be around family, you know what I'm saying? Being close to home.
Hell yeah.
You did, but that money made me used to it. Real quick, you did.
Right?
But nah, that definitely made me step out, especially like, you know, I got my little girl back home or whatever. That definitely made me like, shit. Damn, I don't know, man. Like, it was weird at first, but I got used to it, you know?
Yeah.
But I was really probably the most uncomfortable thing I had to do. Yeah. You know, I'm on country, but I really ain't never been nowhere for like, I can count on my hand, I mean, different states I done been to, you dig? So it was like, damn, I'm about to be away from home, about to be around a bunch of motherfuckers I ain't never met, don't know, about to be by myself, you dig? Like, I don't know how it's gonna go, but it's straight. You
gonna figure it out.
That's I figured it out real quick. You dig? I asked every question I needed to ask. Shit.
Always ask why, man.
Oh yeah.
Always ask why and what. What's she talking about? What she mean? You know?
Exactly.
You know? That's what my history teacher always told me. You always gotta ask why, what, and where. Where it happened and why it happened. You know?
Nah, for sure, you dig. I mean, I already know how to move. I already knew how to move just from being who I was, you dig?
Yeah.
So it's like, it wasn't too bad, but it was just like, all right, I'm in a whole different field of work I ain't never been in, you dig? So I gotta start from ground zero and learn everything. But it is what it is. Shit, I got my fucking feet off the ground with it.
So I kind of got a little bit of a harder question for you. How do you approach building a kind of a meaningful relationship while also pursuing a professional life at the same time? You know what I mean?
What you mean meaningful? You mean like
Relationship,
romantic relationship?
Yeah. How does that go about when you're trying to also do your own thing with?
Well, I mean, honestly, when it comes to that, it goes from you doing your own thing to y'all making a plan and becoming a team. Because in a relationship, y'all team is not I and you, it's me, it's us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like for right now, yeah, I got a plan for. I got two plans right now. You dig? I got my single plan. If I don't get into it with nobody and I stay to myself, you dig? And I got my plan where I get an old lady. You dig? I got them both. You know what I'm saying? They go hand in hand. They kind of like similarities, but they're still different.
Yeah.
You dig? Because at the end of the day, you don't know what her plan is. You gotta figure out what her plan is. Then y'all work y'all's together.
Right.
And, you know, and y'all make one plan together and y'all go with that.
Hell yeah.
So I can't really say, you know what I'm saying? That's how I work it. That's how it should work. I feel like, you know.
I feel like that's just common courtesy, you know?
Yeah.
You know
what I'm saying?
She want to do her plan. You do want to do your plan. Well, let's do it together. Let's figure out how we can put our two plans together.
Exactly.
And if we can't, then we can't. It's just what it is. But if we can, that's so wonderful. That's what I'm looking for.
Like two heads are better than one, you dig?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Because I don't know, bro. I feel like a lot of people get caught up in that me, you know what I'm saying? And forget about that it's supposed to be us. Yeah. That's why a lot of relationships fail too. People have their own agenda instead of having one agenda. It'd be 2, 3, and 4 when it should be one.
Word. So, is there any failures in your life that you can speak of? Any losses that you may have taken? You know what I mean? In any sense. Anywhere in life. Whether it means a YouTube video completely flopped and you put your hard-earned effort into it, or whatever it may be. You was working hard at work and boss still talk some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't work hard enough. You know? Or just a failure in general. You tried so hard and you did this and you just feel like you failed.
You, bro. I failed at a lot of shit. Yeah. Like in life, when you trying to be successful, you gonna fail at a lot of shit. So you ask that, I just had so many scenarios go through my head just now. Like, damn, which one could I really talk about? Like, let me see. Man, I remember one time fucking. Yeah, see, this would be a good story to see why motherfuckers should not be in the streets. Like, just leave that shit alone. So one time, I ain't gonna say no names, but me and my partner, we was going to have on a little pack with us, some weed or whatever. Fucking both of us putting in like 600. You know what I'm saying? We didn't got them whoop, sent money or whatever. Block. Hey, hear from nothing. Money gone. Can't get it back. Man, I'm shit. And I'm like, bro, I just lost 600 and I gotta pay bro back because it's supposed to be my play. I'm like, oh, fuck. Man, so basically I was out 100 for nothing, goddamn, trying to be Mr. Trap Lord. Got on some stupid shit.
But them failures, man, you learned a valuable lesson from that though.
Yeah, I learned not to trust motherfuckers.
Nah, damn right. You really can't. So, speaking of that then, what's the most unexpected lesson that you've learned from a failure? Like a lesson you wasn't expecting you was going to learn from something that you failed at. You say you got a lot of failures, you got to have a lesson.
A lesson that I wasn't expecting to learn?
Yeah, like you wasn't expecting that was a lesson. It took you a minute to catch that lesson. You know what I mean?
Shit, honestly, if I'm gonna be like 100% honest, the only one that took me a minute to catch and I was like, damn, that's what it really was fucking my baby mama leaving me. Honestly, it took me a minute to get that one, but I ended up getting it. Because like at first I I was one of the bitter motherfuckers. I ain't gonna lie. I used to goddamn try to blame everything on her and shit, and then like fucking years down the line after motherfucker actually put his big boy pants on and grew up and shit, matured. I thought about it. I was like, damn, I kind of my fucking fault. Like I wasn't doing what the fuck I was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't standing on my business like I should have been. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. After a while, I realized I was like, damn. I don't blame her for fucking leaving me. Shit, to be honest, no, I'm being real. Like I don't blame her. Shit, I was not on my shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So hey, I mean, me and her good though. We done talked about it. You know what I'm saying? We cool as a fan now.
Word.
Straight. You know what I'm saying? We realize past differences and all that. Not saying we gonna get back together and that like that, because I doubt that's gonna happen. But hey, it is what it is. Lesson learned.
Hell yeah. Hey, there's always a lesson to learn in a failure, and that was my main point in it, man.
Oh yeah.
You know, if you fail, if you fall, if you're anything like that, always got a lesson that you can learn from it.
I don't look at it as a failure or fuck up. As long as you learn something from it. As long as you learn your lesson from it, it's just a lesson learned. It was a learning experience, not a fuck up. If you don't learn shit, then you gonna fuck up.
Word. So I know you don't like to talk about it, but I know you're a little bit of a nerd, man. So
for sure.
So what's a book or a movie or a piece of art, that has inspired you in any type of way? You know what I mean? Or that you just like. That's just like that nobody knows about. Because I know there's a lot of viewers that watch your stuff, man, that don't know.
Yeah.
That you really a nerd.
I was about to say, anybody that know me, goddamn know I fucking love Star Wars. Star Wars and anime. But so far as like movie and book genre, you can go read Star Wars probably up there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And why do you like Star Wars so much? What is it about it that you like?
Really, it's the lessons that it teaches behind it. Because if you pay attention to it, it teaches some like good life lessons about good, evil, and balancing good and evil. You know what I'm saying? Because life is about balancing in a sense. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna sit here and say you should be out here balancing your good doing evil shit, because no, you shouldn't do that. But you know what I'm saying? You can't overdo anything. Doing too much of anything is bad, and doing too less of a lot of things is bad. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a good balance, and Star Wars teaches a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a time to fight and it's time not to talk. Type deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So was you a reader at any point? Did you like reading books? You was more the audiobook movie type, because that's how I am.
When I was a kid, I used to read books, but when I got older, I prefer audiobooks or videos.
Yeah.
It seemed to catch my attention better.
Word. So this is kind of way off, man. But what advice? Because I just want to personally know, what advice would you give your younger self starting out? You know what I mean?
My younger self?
Yeah. If you had any advice.
How young?
We'll say in your 20s.
In my 20s?
Yeah.
Like early 20s?
Early 20s.
Join the union. Join the fucking union. Become a sprinkler fitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the one thing I tell myself. Hey, stop what you're doing. Join the union. Become a sprinkler fitter right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah. And why is that? Usually, it's just worth it, man.
I'd be a fucking foreman by now, making good money.
Word.
As long as I would tell myself, like, as long as like it would have to be like after my daughter was born. If I could tell myself at age like 25, hey, go take your ass to the union, because I would still be a foreman by now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I still want my little girl.
Hell yeah. So, I got a kind of little funny question though.
All right, I can dig
it. What's the most ridiculous thing that you ever Googled that actually helped?
I ever Googled that helped?
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know.
Or just most ridiculous thing that you ever Googled. What's something that you Googled?
Damn, you talking about funny. That's a tough one, you dig? Yeah. I can't even. The most ridiculous thing I ever Googled?
Yeah. Because I know me, I be Googling some stupid ass shit sometimes.
I don't know, because I research a lot of like serious shit on the low.
Yeah.
Like, you dig? Like, I don't know, like crazy thing. I don't know. What's the fucking most craziest thing somebody done Google?
Shit, we can find out. That's for sure.
I was like, I had to think about that. Craziest thing I ever Googled.
Yeah, no, that's a question for sure. But on the topic of ridiculous or weird, man, what's the weirdest compliment you ever got then? I know you get compliments.
Oh, weirdest compliment?
Yeah, what's the weirdest compliment you ever got?
Oh, this lady told me I had pretty eyelashes one time.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, huh? She was like, I wish I had eyelashes like you. My mom even told me that one time. You did. And I was like, that's crazy. And then this one chick told me I had beautiful lips, and I was like, all right, you might be nasty, lady, but
yeah, I've had some weird compliments, but the eyelashes I can kind of get sometimes. But people tell me I got long eyelashes, like I'm a female type. I'm like, I don't want to hear that.
Nah, you did, bro. They tell me the same shit. I'm like, see, that's why I'm about to just start wearing shades, bro. Like no bullshit. I remember when I was a kid, bro. I used to have long ass hair. You did. Like my hair was like probably longer than it is now. Like I used to have braids, you did. But fucking, I ended up cutting my hair because I forgot where I was. I was at school somewhere with my mom, and this lady was like, looking, was like, "Oh, you have such a pretty little girl." And I got mad as fuck. I was like, "I'm a boy," and I was like, "Fuck that! Man. Take me to the barber shop, cutting all this shit." I was talking about I had long ass hair, long ass braids, do cut all that. I was like, "Fuck that." I was like, damn, that anybody would call me a little girl in here, you did.
Nah, for real.
Like that shit fucked me up.
Nah. But I know I've had some weird experiences. I remember when I had my long hair, somebody called me a female. Yeah, which I thought I was, oh, she's pretty. I turned around, I had my goatee.
Not going.
It's like, oh, I love her hair. And I turned around, I got my goatee on. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Motherfucker, damn. Yeah, man, I was about mad as a motherfucker. I just walked out.
That's tough. That's tough. Damn. I thought being a kid and having was tough. That's even worse.
Bro, I was mad as fuck. I was like probably like 16, 17, man. I was mad as fuck. I was growing out my hair, though.
I got called a beautiful man once. It was like, I'm pretty. I was like, don't call me fucking pretty. I'm not a girl. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So I know you're big in the mental health game. I know you got the mental health Mondays and everything like that. So looking ahead, what changes would you like to see in the mental health industry, just mental health in general, when it comes across for men and women? You know what I mean? What changes would you like to see, or advancements would you like to see? Just people.
I want people to stop. I'm trying to figure out a way to word this, because you know, people are sensitive as fuck nowadays, you dig? So, but that's really the problem right there, bro. People gotta stop being so sensitive, you dig? Like, people have to realize that everybody has a sad story. Not everybody's story is the same, but at the same time, you still have to respect everybody's story.
Yeah.
You dig? Because, yeah, it's somebody out there with a story that's worse than yours, but at the same time, you're experiencing the story, and it's gonna feel that bad to you. But you have to realize that somebody else has a story, and they feel the same way you do.
Yeah.
And what a lot of people don't realize is, yeah, you could have that story and be going through it, but what it sets the difference is, are you actually dealing with it? Because a lot of people sit there and fake like they dealing with it. You dig, or go to therapy, or do this or do that, and they really not dealing with it. They just don't realize that they're somewhat addicted to the depression, addicted to sadness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't even know how to cope with it, but they feel like they are. You know, and they ain't really cope with it. Because instead, they run from the problem instead of facing it head up. You dig?
As most people, the problem is just running from fear, man. Having a fear of even just like crowds. Yeah. They won't go to a concert because they're so scared of talking to somebody or getting a ticket. Most of these, younger generations, man, they won't even talk to you. You get scared to go inside. They're antisocial.
But thing is,
and that causes mental health. Man.
But a lot of people have trust issues for no reason. Because I get it. A lot of people are backdoor. A lot of people are crazy. You dig? But at the end of the day, it's all about the circle you keep and the circle you're around. You ain't around the type of people you have nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to mental health, bro, people need to start. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I do see a lot of people express themselves, but it's oversaturated with people that abuse it. You dig?
Yeah.
People do it for attention, people likes, views, whatever.
Yeah.
You dig? There ain't be nothing wrong with them. Feel me? And then it's like,
Well, then on that topic, man, for the people who want to figure out how to manage it, but don't know how, for the real ones who really do have, mental health problems, how do you manage your mental health on a daily basis, and how do you think they could also manage it? Maybe they could help them. You know what I'm saying?
3 things. One, first of all, the biggest one is getting closer to God, getting a real relationship with God. Because that's gonna be the one thing. If nothing else, if the other two don't help you, that's gonna be the one to help you. So that's the first one I'm gonna mention. Getting right with God, getting that Bible, reading that Bible, understand it. If you don't understand it, find your nearest pastor, find somebody that do understand it, and ask them questions about it so you can get understanding, get your clarity. You feel me? You gotta do that. If you don't do that, I can't guarantee nothing gonna work for you. Dig? That's how I feel, because ain't nothing worked for me until I did that. You dig? Number 2, talking to people. Talking to people help. A lot of people hold stuff in and don't talk to nobody about it. And that shit eat you up on the inside. Like, you can't do that to yourself, dig? You gotta let it out some way.
Hell yeah.
But you gotta talk to the right people. You can't just talk to anybody. You gotta talk, because, don't get me wrong, your closest friend, you might not be able to talk to about certain situations, you dig? And that might be your day one, y'all this close, but you just can't talk to them about a certain situation, you dig? They not there for that. But you got somebody that you don't even talk to on a daily basis that you can talk to about that situation, or a random person. And then you got some stuff you can talk to your close person about. You know what I'm saying? It just varies. You gotta talk to the right people about the right things, you dig? That's when it comes to number 3, self-meditation and realization. You dig? You gotta be able to sit down with yourself and talk to yourself like, all right, this is how I'm feeling. This is what causing me to feel like this. This is what's going on, X, Y, and Z. You gotta be able to put them puzzles together and figure out what you can do to resolve it.
Yeah.
Whether it's something you can physically do about the situation to fix it, or whether it's a situation that you just have to come to terms with and leave in the past and figure out how to come over that wall of grief when it comes to it. You dig?
Yeah.
But that's the best I can tell you to do, because that's really what I did. Not saying it's something you can do overnight. It took me years to do it. You know what I'm saying? But it only took me that long because I was running from it for a long time and I didn't have the knowledge that I have now. Yeah. If I had the knowledge that I have now back then, I would have got over faster. You dig? That's why I try to spread my knowledge of what I know now. But nowadays, a lot of people don't like to listen.
Yeah. Well, have you ever felt pressure to just, stay strong then instead of asking for somebody for help?
Every day, bro. I'm a man. That's what men do on a daily basis. Yeah. On a daily basis, we got something we can ask for help for, but we don't.
Yeah.
If a man say there's not something he could get help with every day and don't ask, he's probably lying. Just because he's a man and don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Like, I swear, bro, like, every day.
Yeah. Yeah. And do you think social media helps mental health, or do you think it hurts mental health?
No, that shit don't help nothing. I ain't gonna say it don't help nothing, but it definitely don't help mental health at all. Yeah. Because all it does is, because this is why the world is fucked up. I ain't gonna say the world, but this is why most of America is fucked up now. Check now. You dig? So you got all these influencers, all these celebrities, rappers, singers, dancers, regular fucking people off the street that just got social media famous. You dig? Mm-hmm. For example, I don't even know the dude's name. You seen that big buff black dude that like put his face in like the bowl, ice bowl and shit, like show his little ridiculous ass morning routine.
Yeah.
That guy,
his name is Ashton
something. Yeah. That guy. You see shit like that. You see motherfuckers riding a Lamborghini, and these motherfuckers ain't even actors or nothing like that. These are regular people you see. Yeah. And you in your head, You think, damn, they got all that, and then you go scroll some more. You're like, damn, this fine as fuck. This bitch fine. Damn, this bitch fine as fuck. And you like, you scroll some more. You're like, damn, this little dude, 16, 17, 18 years old, but he flexing 100 racks on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You seeing all this, and you sit back and look, man, I'm driving a 2200. Man, my old lady is all over 6.5 on the out of 10. Man, I got $200 in my account. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see all that, and then you look at someone like, boom, you instantly depressed.
Yeah.
You feel like you doing something wrong. You feel like you're not making it in life. And sometimes your situation is better than what I just named. Sometimes you can be out there like, dang, I got a nice little 2023, 2024 whip outside. My old lady bad, you know what I'm saying? I ain't rich, but I got some bread in the bank, you know what I'm saying? I'm living good. But you still like, man, I ain't doing enough because I ain't got a Lamborghini.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
like, what the fuck, bro? Like, social media around for people like that. And then the worst part is, most of these people they see on social media ain't living faking like that for real. Straight faking it. Like, bro, you know how good prop money look? You know how good
especially
that
nowadays.
It's crazy.
Nowadays, man.
It's crazy, bro. Like, you know how easy it is to rent a car off Turo? Bro, I can go rent a Porsche off that motherfucker right now for like $100 a day.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that easy.
Yeah.
The fake a lifestyle just for a camera. The thing is, motherfuckers go spend $500 one day to make a few skits, and then make thousands off of it. How you thinking they living rich, and they really living probably the same as you, if not less.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people don't even know.
That's just how they do it. That's just how they make their money. They're just not doing it like
entertainment.
Yeah.
It's entertainment.
For sure, man. And and I think social media, I agree, man. I think social media is like the downfall to mental health.
Social media can be so good, but people made it so bad.
Yeah. Well, what advice would you give anybody silently struggling that can't ask for help, just don't want to ask for help, man? Like they just want to
swallow your fucking pride and ask for help. That's the best I can tell you. People gotta stop doing that shit. They gotta swallow their pride, man.
Yeah.
They got to. It is nothing wrong with asking for help. Nobody. I guarantee you find any rich person. They don't even gotta be rich. Any successful person on this planet, they had help at some point getting to where they at. I guarantee you. I bet any amount of money on it. They had some type of help to get to where they at. I don't care who it was, what they doing. They had some type of help. They didn't do everything on their own.
No.
So why not ask for help?
Right. Why not? You know, anything. And then back to your younger self. You know what I'm saying, man? What would you tell your younger self about mental health? So I know I tell myself, man, just like you said, man, suck it up, man. Ask somebody, talk to somebody.
That's hard to say it to myself as my younger self.
Yeah.
Cause things was a little different for me.
My ass probably still wouldn't listen though.
Nah, I probably wasn't as hard headed as I was. But I say in my 20s how to deal with it. I would tell myself just what I said a few minutes ago on camera, the 3 things I said.
Yeah.
But I feel like at the age I would want to go back and tell myself that I probably would listen though. At age 25, I probably would listen. Yeah. Like if I went back dressed how I am now and went and talked to myself, I would listen because I would look and be like, that's how the fuck I'm gonna look. Like, all right,
right.
Because I mean, honestly, like even as a kid, I had a vision of how I was gonna look when I got older, and I damn near fit the description. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not as buff as I thought I was wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a skinny dude, but hey, everything else matches the description.
For sure, man. For sure, and I understand that. But you know, if you were arrested, this is a little bit funny question, man. If you were arrested with no explanation, what would you think? I would assume, or your friends would assume you did. What do you think their first thought would come to?
Weed. Weed. I got caught with some weed. That's the first thing they gonna think. I got caught with some weed.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. I like smoke though.
Yeah.
I like to smoke. I smoke a lot, so they're gonna think I got caught with weed.
Yeah. What's one thing you do if it were society and like the world and how media runs nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't so judgmental. If there was no judgment, what's one thing that you would do?
If there was no judgment.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Honestly,
just be yourself still.
Yeah, I'm about to say there ain't really too much I would do outside of what I do now.
Yeah.
That I want to do. That's just like what I do now. I'm like, shit. If you want to judge me for what I do now, fuck you, because I don't really do shit.
Yeah.
I don't have the urge to really do nothing crazy.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? I probably would like splurge more money and be less responsible. Literally the only thing I would take care of is my daughter. Like I probably would like pay my bills late as shit.
Right.
Something like that. But other than that,
nah, for sure.
Probably would wear a shirtless.
What's a toxic trait that secretly you're proud of? Because I know like women, there's some women that like I guess you could call it toxic, but like I'm like, you can't have no boy best friends. Because I know boys, I know men. You know what I'm saying? I don't really call that toxic, but I know that some people do. I don't think that's. There's a lot of the community that does. You know what I mean?
My secret toxic trait, shit.
Because people love to hear that shit.
Like, it's gonna sound weird, but it's like I'm gonna want her around all the time, but not up under me all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to be in the same vicinity, but you ain't gotta be up under me. You know what I'm saying? In my face all day.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Word. Nah, I understand that.
I don't think I got no. Then again, like I don't argue neither. Like once you start arguing, I'm like, hey, I'm not about to do that with you.
So I know you probably talked about this in the past, but what motivates you? You know, even on a hard day. You know what I mean? What's one thing you could think of that motivates you? Even on a hard day, you like, man, I don't even want to put my damn shoes on.
People got it worse than me.
Yeah. Word.
What made me special enough not to get my ass up and do what I need to do?
Yeah. I understand that.
For real. I mean, shit, there's people out there.
Because I mean, for me, man, it's making my old lady comfortable.
Right.
That's what motivates me even on a hard day. I'm just like, well, I got to make sure that the life I'm living right now, she can still live it.
Right, man. You gotta have standards for yourself, man. I got standards for myself. Like you gotta have standards for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I gotta live up to this, that, and third every day. If I don't live up to that, I ain't doing shit right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would definitely recommend setting fucking progression tabs for you. Set a goal for yourself.
And you gotta set a bar for yourself, bro. When you meet that bar, you just put it a little higher.
Yeah, it's like even on New Year's, a lot of motherfuckers will set a goal, you know, and go to the gym. Like, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna do da. And then you've done set so many damn goals and expectations for yourself. You're not gonna succeed once.
You did. Or they set the same bullshit goal every fucking year. They'll never do it.
Right, man. Set one goal for yourself. Set the steps up that you're going to take to proceed to do that goal.
Man, don't even set no New Year's goal, goddamn. Just do the shit, you dig? Like, as soon as you think about it, do it. As soon as you realize you need to do some shit, do it, you dig? Like, people procrastinate. There's no need to procrastinate.
Nah. Procrastination's definitely another downfall.
That's just a killer, dude.
Yeah, it sucks. For sure. Have you ever felt like giving up on the podcast or on just life in general, you know what I mean? And just pulling back from what you got started from the podcast?
Plenty. Not from the podcast so much, you did, because I got so much support on it. But, like, with my music, I haven't had that feeling plenty of times.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I still feel like that with my music, but, I mean, shit, I don't know. I haven't decided on that shit yet, for real.
Where I think your music's good. I think it got a lot of fucking potential, man.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, I've listened to your shit. I think it's good, man. I think it's that underrated for sure.
Appreciate that.
I think if it were just allowed to be pushed out there, you know what I'm saying?
You dig? I mean, then fuck with the job, it's kind of hard to like get to the studio and shit. Just have time for that shit, especially with like the podcast and all that. Because I mean, fuck, out there getting tough to get interviews and shit. Only because people be bullshit. Y'all need to stop bullshitting about the interviews too, man. Like, I'm not faking with y'all. Like, don't get me wrong. Like,
Nah, we really trying to get some interviews out here, man. Come on, hit us up. But and speaking of that, what do you think that's one thing that's understood about you? You know what I'm saying? That I don't think a lot of these other interviewers or influencers, podcasters, or any just our viewers in general understand about you. What's the one thing that you think people got misunderstood?
Not with bullshit. Like, do not think you're gonna come on my podcast or my platform with any type of negativity, controversy, or none of that shit. Don't get me wrong. We can talk about shit, but at the end of the day, we need to figure out some way to twist it positive. Like, you're not about to come over here talking about you got beef with this person or trying to argue with me about anything. We're not arguing about shit. If we're not spreading positivity, knowledge, love, and wisdom, then we ain't got nothing to talk about for real. Honestly. Like, we can share opinions on things, but if you're trying to be like controversial or negative or aggressive about it, go to a different podcast with it. Don't come here with it at all. Mm-mm. That ain't what we doing here, dig?
Yeah,
Well, I don't give a fuck if you on nigga or not. He ain't coming over here. To be honest.
Right, man, right. Man, who inspires you the most, man, right now, and why? Who have you seen that inspires you, and why do they inspire you?
I don't know for real. Like,
everybody got that one inspiration, that one person they see. It ain't got to be even inspiration, you know what I'm saying? You just look at it like, man, that seems like something I could do. I want to do, man.
I mean, my grandfather was always my inspiration to be successful. But I mean, so far as like recently, like, I don't know. It's like multiple things that I see. You know, I don't just got just one person or one thing. I just see multiple people and multiple things. I'm just like, bro, all this shit happened at one time. What's stopping me?
Right.
It ain't nothing but me stopping me.
Damn right. So then, in that sense, how do you handle doubt in yourself? You know what I mean?
I don't have too much doubt in myself for real.
No, you don't doubt.
Bro, you gotta be confident in shit, bro. If you're not confident, 100% confident in something you're doing, you probably shouldn't be doing it for real.
Yeah.
Like, you can't have doubts doing some shit because that's how shit go wrong.
So you make every decision with confidence.
Fuck you know? Yeah.
What's one decision you're proud of? You did it with such confidence. You're like, damn, I knew I was gonna do it, and I did it. I did exactly what I said I was gonna do. Type shit. What's one decision?
Shit, it's fucking podcast one.
Yeah.
And then let's see. The podcast, fucking joining the union, fucking, bro, my whole life, shit, really, like, leaving the streets for one. That's what I said. That's one decision I made back in the day. I was like, bro, I'm gonna leave the streets and I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. And literally, my life went from here to here. Like, it's like crazy. I was like, that's probably the best decision I made. I was like, fuck. I was like, the best outcomes. I didn't have all this shit I got now when I was in the streets. Don't get me wrong. I was having a little shit, but not like I got now. Fuck no. I would not be able to afford all this shit now. Fuck no back then.
No, absolutely not, man. I remember I was working at Krispy Kreme, man. I was making $4.50 a week. Working same hours I'm working now, too.
Bro, I remember I was doing a merchandising job, dog. It was fucking me out my money so bad. I worked like 6 days. Shit be like $300-$400. I'm like, what the fuck?
Couldn't do it no more, man.
Man, listen, then fucking, I did have a little desk job at one point as a sales specialist. I was getting like 18, 19 an hour. I got paid every 2 weeks, but I was still just like, this don't feel like a lot of money for real because I'm only getting like $1,200 every 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm like, man,
fuck that, man.
This job shit. I was like, in my head, I'm like, man, this job shit whack. So I started stepping back out there, but I quickly learned that, man.
It's hard to find a good job, bro.
Nah, it is, but thing is, bro, a lot of like it's shit out here, but you won't know unless somebody tell you for real. Like, cause things, bro, when I joined, I didn't know what the fuck the union was. I didn't know what the fuck a sprinkler fitter was. But my partner hit me. I was like, bro, you still need a job? And I was like, hell yeah. So he's like, come with me. That's how I got on. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had to tell me type shit. Like, I would have never knew.
Right.
Like, my homeboys, now that I be telling them, they be like, bro, what the fuck do you do for a living? I'm like, and I tell them, they be like, bro, for real? What? Man, put me on. And Of course, they bullshit about actually doing it, but
Damn right.
and I be sitting there, I don't understand why people bullshit. I'm like, bro, y'all see me, y'all be calling me Mr. Big Money and all that. Be like, oh, you be flexing. I'm like, bro, y'all can do the same shit. Y'all just don't. I literally goddamn can talk y'all way in on the low. Like I done made a good name for myself, and y'all just motherfuckers don't be wanting money. That's all. They be lazy. They don't want. Cause I mean, don't get me wrong. I do blue collar work. The shit hard work. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be days you tired. It's gonna be days you sweating, sore. You know what I'm saying? It's hot. It's cold. You gonna bash your fingers up sometime and shit. You gonna hurt yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But when you see that check every week, you gonna be like, yeah, I'm going back to work.
Yeah, right.
I'm taking my head back to work.
Right. Damn right. Absolutely.
I'd rather bang my fingers up at work rather than have the potential to get my ass shot in the street, to be honest.
Always. I live by a 50-50 rule. If there's anything that's 50% chance that I could die, I ain't doing it.
Hey, that's a good rule to live by right there for sure.
It's just that simple. If
Word.
50% chance I could die, I ain't doing it.
Cause thing is, I be looking at the dope boys and I'm like, yeah, they fresh, they got big chains and all that, but guess what? I'm fresh with big chains too, and I ain't gotta do the shit they do.
Yeah, exactly.
So what?
Exactly, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So what's next for you, man? What's next for you?
Shit.
I know you got the podcast. I know you got all that, but what's next for you?
Man, I'm trying to make this shit bigger, you dig? I'm about to try to start getting big interviews with big names and shit, you dig? And fucking, I don't know, you dig? Just keep going with the podcast, trying to make that shit go up for real, you dig?
Yeah.
Like, that's just gonna be my main focus and fucking stacking my bread, you dig? Cause I want to buy a camper and shit.
Word.
Yeah. Traveling and shit. Fucking, I kind of need a camper.
Yeah.
But other than like major shit, just trying to go with the podcast, dig?
Yeah, I travel so damn much, man. So I'm looking at right now, man. But so, how do you define your happiness, then, man? Where's your happiness lie at?
Bro, being able to do what I want.
Yeah.
As long as I can do what I want, I'm straight, you dig? Like, the break that down is like, all right, I can take care of my necessities so far as I got food to eat, I got somewhere to sleep, I got transportation, my daughter's taken care of, my mom's straight, everybody's straight, you dig?
Yeah.
And I can go buy whatever I want when I want it. You know what I'm saying? I can do what I want, you dig?
Damn right.
Straight. I'm happy.
Damn right. So what's one risk, man, that changed everything for you? One risk that you took. Would you say it's joining the job that you got now and doing the podcast? What would you say is it?
That joining my job, but I ain't gonna lie, one risk I did take that was like crazy, like a crazy flip, bro. Like on FanDuel, bro, fucking I was like, man, I'm kind of down on my look. I was like, man, I need to make some money, man. I need something, boy. So I made a $10 bet, right? My first bet on the joint, man, hit for $3,500 on this shit. I was like, ooh, off $10. Hey, listen here. Well, FanDuel, my best friend after that. I was like $3,500 off $10, and I got paid like the next day. I was like, oh Lord, my account was looking lovely.
Yeah.
My account was looking real lovely. But after that, it was just like, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? I was like, well, I can go shopping every week. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I ain't go crazy. I went crazy a little bit. I did. I went crazy a little bit, but I calmed down after a while. You know what I'm saying? I spent what I spent, but that was like one thing. I was like, wow, boy, I'm so glad, boy. $10 turned over quick for me.
Yeah.
Waking up and seeing that money, boy, you like, oh shit, boy, I might feel a little sick, call out today, type shit, dude.
Damn right, man. Damn right. So how do you protect that peace of yours, man? Because I know you a very peaceful character. How do you protect that peace in such a chaotic world, man?
Bro, I don't let people get to me, dude. Like, I realize that if something don't directly affect me, don't care about it.
Word.
Like, I could tell somebody I love you and not care about shit you got going on, you dig? You know what I'm saying? That's your business. I'm my own business. That's how I stay peaceful. Like I'm like, oh, like you people can tell me what they got going on and everything. Like I'm probably the best person to vent to, because not to say like I don't care about you. I can care about you, but most of the time, like after you tell me some shit, I'm probably gonna forget about it until the next time we talk. And then when you bring it up, I remember what you said. It's just I'm not gonna think about it. You did, because it's not my business to think about. You
Right.
did. I don't know. I don't care about you, nothing like that. But it's not. It's for you to think about, because it's your situation, not for me to think about. If I'm your outlet, you know what I'm saying, to get something off your chest, cool. But I can't take your burden and make it my burden. You dig? Because then I'm gonna disturb my peace when my peace is not supposed to be disturbed. I'm supposed to help you gain peace. You dig?
Yeah.
I want my light to help your light brighten up. You dig? I'm not gonna dim my own light when I'm supposed to help you brighten up. You dig? That's going backwards. You dig?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people be like, oh, I don't like going around people because I don't want my energy to fuck up the vibe. Like, well, I'm not that person you can do that with, because no matter what you got going on, my light is going to shine. And if you come around me, guess what? My light is going to shine so bright, I'm going to help yours shine as well. You need?
Yeah.
Basically like that.
Word. No, definitely. So I know you said you did music. You know what I'm saying? So what challenges have you faced in the music industry? What was so hard about doing the music thing?
Bro, you got to have a team to do that shit. You need? I was doing it by myself for real. I ain't had no team. Like with the podcast, kind of like I have people help me, you know what I'm saying? Like I got you, got my cousin, you know what I'm saying? I have people help me with the music thing. I was doing it all myself, you did.
Yeah.
And now it's like, if I want to do music, I want to change the content of my music, you did. Like, I want to rap about the same things I was rapping about. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna keep the songs of me rapping about, doing street shit and being in the streets. I'm keeping them songs, because I mean, shit's kind of hard, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep them, you did.
Yeah.
But so far as anything new I record from this point on, I don't want it to be like that. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to switch it, you did. Which I feel like I'm on that track of doing that. I just gotta keep going with it, but I've been distracted with the podcast and shit.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't gonna even so distracted with the podcast, but my focus is shift. You did.
Yeah. Not for sure. So I got a kind of little bit of a funnier question. You know what I'm saying? I said the last one was funny, but you ain't think it was funny.
Yeah, I was like, that was fucking hard as fuck. What?
If your search history was leaked, what's one thing you would have to explain immediately? Because I know you said you Google a lot of stuff that you just researching and shit like that. What's one thing you would have to explain?
One thing I would have to explain.
Yeah,
Mm,
if it got leaked, you know what I'm saying?
on Google.
Yeah, Google, your just search history in general on anywhere, your phone, whatever.
Probably fucking. I don't even remember her name, but this is a little midget chick on Instagram, a little fine motherfucker. Goddamn, I would have to explain now, because I don't gotta explain shit. Goddamn, she was a fine midget, bro. I mean, out here, I don't care shit. Hey,
Hey, hey, speaking of that, okay. So what's one red flag you proudly ignored that it was a green flag?
hmm?
What's one red flag you seen in a female that you proudly ignored it because she was such a green flag? You know what I'm saying?
A red flag of hers that I ignored because she was such a green flag. Because
Yeah.
she looked good.
Yeah.
Um, Probably that she was fucking uneducated.
She was what?
Uneducated.
Uneducated?
Yeah, like
Man, I'm not them
I'm
dumb
talking about
ones.
IQ low as fuck.
Uh-uh.
I was just like, but I couldn't deal with it. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I tried, but I was just like, man, this bitch gonna make me have a fucking aneurysm or something. Like, I get a headache talking to this girl. It's so fucking dumb. Like, what the fuck? I can't even make a joke because the joke go over her head. The simplest joke go over her head. I gotta explain it. So I'm like, it's not even fucking funny no more.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn, you did. But I mean, maybe there's a guy that likes simple women like that. You
Yeah.
Not me. I like to have real, actual conversation and not feel like I'm talking to my 6-year-old.
Yeah. Nah, for real. Nah, for real.
Cause that how I be feeling, dude.
Yeah.
Like I think my 6-year-old give me better conversation.
Man, them kids nowadays be smart, bro.
Smart as fuck.
Bro, because I know like my little sister, man, she's like when she was 2 or 3, she was full on having sentences with me. Like, boy, go get my bottle. No joke. I'm not lying.
Man, I wish my little girl would talk to me like that.
I'm not.
Like, who the
Like,
fuck?
Bubba,
What?
Bubba, go get my bottle. Go get my toy. Bubba, come here.
You ain't telling me to go
At
get
2,
shit.
3 years old, giving you fluent sentences, man. Them children smart. For sure.
Nah, hell yeah. Man, my little girl be surprising the shit out of me sometimes. Be like,
fuck.
all right. You look all right.
Them children be surprising sometimes, man. If you had to give a TED talk though with no prep, no nothing, what's your topic?
TED talk.
Yeah, like if what's your topic? Or you just had to make a podcast off rip. What's your topic? What you going off first?
Probably goddamn talking about my weird ass goddamn coworker and bullshit. He been talking about telling why he's full of fucking shit. With the dumbass shit he said.
Yeah.
Man, motherfuckers say some stupid shit, bro. Like, man, you know what that man, all right, story fucking time.
And go ahead.
All right. First time meeting dude, I ain't gonna say his motherfucking name. First time meeting dude. I'm talking to him and shit, whoop whoop. He an older cat, black dude, older cat. So goddamn, he like, yeah. I'm telling him about my podcast and shit. He like, oh yeah, that's me, you know what I'm saying? I bang, whoop whoop, I went to prison, whoop whoop whoop. I'm like, alright, yeah, you know, that what my shit about. You know, I'm telling the youth that the streets is dead, you know what I'm saying? Don't need to be in the streets. It's time to go legal, get that legal money, cause that shit is way better, you know what I'm saying? This motherfucker looked me in my face and said, nah, the streets ain't dead. The streets ain't dead. The white man got you brainwashed into thinking the streets dead. Gang banging in the streets is black people culture. Boy, I said, huh? I said, man, you sound about the stupidest motherfucker I ever met. I said, that might be your culture, but that is not black people culture. What the fuck is he talking about? Just talking about, I was like, bro, don't you realize that nowadays is the age of surveillance? There are cameras everywhere. Anytime you leave your house, you are under surveillance by some camera somewhere. You can't get away with shit. You on video somewhere. Whether it be a street camera, a camera on somebody's car, somebody with their phone, a Ring doorbell, it don't matter, bro. Speaking with, bro, did you know Tesla's fucking got a camera, got a 3D detector of human radar, bro? They can go to they'll pull up to a cemetery, weird shit, right? Pull up to a cemetery, right? Cut that shit on, and they'll like the radar detect bodies walking around, but there's nobody there.
Oh, what the fuck, man?
Look that shit up on Teslas, bro. I bullshit you not. Look it up. That shit real. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, everything under surveillance. So how you gonna be in the streets, bro? The street dead.
That's crazy.
Think about it, bro. You ain't never seen no old drug dealer, no old gangbanger. The only way they was old is if they did that shit when they was young and went legit and got away from doing it. You ain't never seen nobody get old still doing that shit.
That's crazy. That's fucking true as fuck, man. And Teslas can really do that shit, bro.
You see it, right?
What the fuck?
You see it, right?
Yeah.
All right, think I'm bullshitting, bro. Everything got crazy shit, right?
That's some crazy ass shit. Yeah, now the Tesla's got 8 cameras.
8 fucking cameras on one car.
360 visibility to detect nearby objects, pedestrians, bicycles, and vehicles.
Yes.
That's how they do the whole pilot system. That's crazy as fuck.
New shit,
new fact of the day, because that's crazy. Go look that shit up.
Exactly, and think about it. That's 8 cameras on one vehicle. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Fucking Teslas be on the street. Mm-hmm. And just think, if that's just on the Tesla, I mean, all these other new cars, how many cameras probably on them shit you don't know about? Because most new cars now got at least one the fucking backup cam.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
So
most of them got fucking dash cam and like shit like that.
Exactly, bro. So, bro, everything is recorded, bro. Everything is on camera.
Yeah.
You can't get away with shit, bro. So you might as well go legal. They even cracking down on scammers, bro. You know what I'm saying? They cracking down on everything, bro. You gotta go legal nowadays. Get you a fucking trade. Start you a business. Do something.
Yeah.
Like, get out the street.
Do
That
something
shit is
for
not
real.
it no more. You're gonna end up dead or right in fucking prison.
Yeah.
And
Fact.
most of y'all don't want to. None of y'all want to go to prison. I ain't gonna say most. None of y'all want to go to prison. Nobody want to go to prison. The shit I've heard about prison, fuck no. I'm glad I got a job. Let's just say that.
Hell yeah.
I done heard some shit. Y'all go watch that interview with I talked to Big C and them boys that own the trucking dealership. Them boys tell you some shit. That boy tell a story about how them boys tried to kill him in his cell. Like, put a fucking axe through his head, stab him in the head, hit him with a lock and a sock and all. You know what I'm saying? Crazy story, bro. Had me in there like, oh shit. Like, that prison shit serious, bro. Them boys like talking about they had to make makeshift like body armor and suit up every day just to go out on the yard and shit, cause you know, motherfuckers getting stabbed and shit.
Yeah.
Like my people, Big C was like, man, he ain't even been in prison an hour. Ain't see a motherfucking essay pull a goddamn lawnmower blade out of his pants. Bro, a lawnmower blade. Like, man, imagine a motherfucker coming at you with a lawnmower blade ready to chop you, bro. Like, nah. You do not want to go to prison, bro. Get out the streets, bro. It's not worth it, dog. That shit is a fucking death trap, dude. Like, a lot of people don't make it, man.
No.
Trust me, I got a little cousin that's in there right now. He'll tell you, ain't what you want. Don't get me wrong, he ain't standing on business, because, you know, I mean, he part of my family. We gonna stand on business, you know what I'm saying? Even though we trying to get away from that, you know, he didn't even say it. I'm gonna get him on a podcast one day on the phone. Where he didn't even say it when he get out. He was like, man, cuz I'm going legit when I get out. I was like, good, that's what you need to do.
Hell yeah. Because, I mean, that same mindset that's in the streets, man, that's an entrepreneur mindset.
Exactly,
it can be used for anything.
Them boys can be good businessmen if they were more educated. You know what I'm saying? If they had better diction, more vocabulary, new formulas of how to work shit, how to work a room, how to go to them meetings, how to have better etiquette. You know what I'm saying? Dress better, make their appearance less savage looking and more professional.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, I mean, I dress like I dress, but if I need to go into a professional setting, I know how to make myself appear, because appearance is everything. Fuck, don't judge a book by its cover. Appearance is everything. Like, if I go into a business meeting where everybody wearing suit ties and I'm dressed like this, they're not going to take me serious.
Yeah.
You feel me? Unless I'm already rich and they trying to buy something from me. But if I'm going there as a business meeting, like, we need to come together on some shit, or I'm trying to offer them something or get them to invest some money into me somehow, they're not going to take me serious at all. Yeah. I got to go in there and dress accordingly.
Hell yeah.
And that's what a lot of guys in the streets need to learn. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. So on the topic of that, man, what kind of legacy you want to leave behind? Because I know there's some great aspirations that you want to fulfill.
A legacy to leave behind is just, I don't know. That's a weird question to answer, to say, because, I mean, at the end of the day, the main goal is spread the word and the love of God. So that's really the main legacy I want to leave, is that. You know, if I do that, then mission complete.
Meaning, like, if someone, like, what you want when you leave, what do you want people mainly to remember? You know what I mean? That message. Get right with God. Find God. Be with God.
Yep. I want to remember that. And that I was a man's man, a man that's going to take care of his family, a man that's going to stand as a child of God. You know what I'm saying? A man that's going to love you and tell you right. You know what I'm saying? Never tell you wrong. I'll tell you I don't know if I tell you something wrong.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Stand up guy. That's all to it.
Hell yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we've been here for a little second, man. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up and jump on up out of here. We appreciate y'all coming through. This has been a Jump Around podcast. Have a good one now. Peace.